Darkness fell on a desert already heavy with grief, where injustice was not an idea but a blade hanging over the faithful. In the shadows of persecution, there stood mothers whose hearts were torn long before swords were drawn. They were not warriors, yet war lived in their homes. Hunger visited their children. Fear whispered through the night. The message of Islam was mocked, attacked, and threatened by those in power. These mothers knew what awaited their sons beyond the horizon: betrayal by treaties, cruelty by armies, and the very real possibility of never seeing their faces again. One by one, sons came to them, seeking permission not to live safely but to stand firmly. The mothers did not plead for comfort or beg for delay. With trembling hands and unbroken faith, they reminded their sons why truth mattered more than life, and why dignity before God outweighed the embrace of this world. Tears fell, but resolve did not. On the battlefield, when thirst burned throats and exhaustion bent backs, those sons remembered their mother's words. Retreat promised survival. Silence promised safety. Surrender promised life, yet they refused all three. They stood their ground, wounded and outnumbered, choosing loyalty to faith over obedience to fear. Each fall to the earth was not a defeat, but a testimony. When news returned, it did not bring relief, only loss. Yet the mothers did not wail in protest against destiny. They raised their hands in gratitude, not for the pain, but for the honor. Their sons had not been taken, they had been given. Their legacy is not written only in blood, but in courage. These mothers taught the world that faith is not proven by words alone, but by what one is willing to release for God. Their sacrifice still calls across centuries, reminding hearts that true belief demands everything and gives far more in return.